My name is Anthony Butler. I'm with Dark Jetter and Company. I'm the individual disability and critical illness specialist here. And I want to thank you guys for joining us on part 3 of our 3-part series about DI protection sales strategies. Today we're going to be talking about marketing DI to specific industries. And again, we have Brock Falconer, who is going to be presenting. Brock is a regional disability income sales manager with Illinois Mutual. So with that, Brock, if you would like to go ahead and take this away.
Absolutely, appreciate that. Appreciate your time, guys. We'll get in and out again here quick. Third part of the 3-part series that there's links, of course, sent out for. Wanted to talk about utilizing disability as a referral tool today, and we'll definitely get started here. Wanted to first off just really talk about the idea that income protection is not necessarily the end-all be-all, and no one's trying to convince anyone to utilize disability insurance as their new primary go-to market. Just note that there's a lot of congruence that can be attached in between disability insurance as well as what your proprietary markets are, and that's really what our focus is on today. Building a referral pool and utilizing disability insurance within specific occupations, especially, again, for a great referral opportunity. You know, when talking about disability insurance, we really like to think about ripples in the water, which ultimately is an idea that, you know, creating an opportunity to not only make a sale, but ultimately to grow opportunities for multiple sales through that. We'll start first with owners, and as we see here, we can get into owners to employees and so on and so forth. Let's first start with the owners and ultimately help them in trying to cover their employees. As we know, small to medium, even large business owners not only have their own personal liabilities to worry about, but obviously those of their multiple employees. We really want to focus on an opportunity to really help those individuals in their ownership, as well as make sure that we are congruent with them in the fact that employee retention is a huge part of what they do, and utilizing insurances and disability insurance specifically today as an opportunity in which to really help them in that employee retention regard. So within our businesses, and we've talked about this on other calls, but wanted to really tie in some occupation niches, Illinois Mutual, as well as obviously other disability carriers as well, have an opportunity to really be aggressive in certain markets. When we think about owners of some of your small businesses, your carpenters, your electricians, your plumbers, not only do we need to worry about protecting that business owner, but ultimately to create opportunities for them to really, again, retain employees, keep their best workers working, as well as make sure that they're doing everything they can to help out those that they're working with. We talk about different opportunities in working with barbers and hairstylists. You know, not only do we have the brick and mortar of everyone renting their booth and paying you know, that 1099 to own a booth, but we also want to work on helping that owner of multiple hairstylists and shops and multiple barber shops make sure that their employees have opportunities, and their 1099 contractors have opportunities that really are allotted to them because of working for and or renting a space from that business owner. Again, we want to help them create value as a business owner for the employees and or contractors that they work with, and do so in a way that costs them $0, but again, adds benefit that hopefully will make them money and make them profitable later on. We think about multiple industries like clergy members, essentially the church, realtors, of course, dental hygienists, in working with dentists, really solidifying that business with a dentist by making sure their hygienists have great opportunities for income protection and opportunities to buy insurances, again, to build the value of working for that dental practice. Employee retention, I guarantee, is one of the top 5 things our small to medium, even large business owners worry about, and insurances, including disability insurance, and especially with Illinois Mutual in these specific industries, can be a great fit and really bring about kind of a new opportunity for them to bring new focus into how they can, again, go about maintaining their retention of employees. I guarantee they're thinking about that constantly, but probably not thinking about risk protection, and especially not disability insurance as an opportunity in which to do that. Examples of disabling events, I think, is important to point out to a lot of our, not only employees, but business owners. Again, disability insurance and the idea of income protection is usually connotated to some kind of major injury due to car accident, or so on and so forth. But as we can see here, and well, as we should know, well over half of disability claims are due to illness, and it's oftentimes important to point out on our occupation-specific flyers that have these charts, as well as just overall that really illnesses are a large part, if not the majority part, of why people actually go out. Let's face it, a car accident, a serious injury, that can potentially connotate to a disabling event, but oftentimes your cancers, your nervous system issues, musculoskeletal can be as much illness as well as accident related, mental, nervous. A lot of this stuff is not connotated to actually being a disabling event, but just note that of course it is. We're talking about policies that are covering someone 24/7 for any accident, injury, or illness. Anything outside of being laid off or fired that makes you unable to do your job. Let's also focus on the fact that we can get even more specific with some industries. We talk about farmers and ranchers. We can cover these folks based on herd size and acreage, which is a unique opportunity to work with folks, not only as the owner, but also connect with them and partner with them to help out with any employees that they have as well. Can't be more of an industry that's important than farming as far as having good employees, doing the right thing, and really doing everything they can to drive the revenue of the farm. Us being a unique carrier, again, because we can cover these folks that might not even show an income and yet still definitely have a need for disability insurance, and we can build some opportunities within this special program even though they don't actually show an income. Again, now we think about the opportunity to work upwards. Maybe we have connections with employees and ultimately want to connect with those owners. Well, we think about the fact that we can connect with part-time workers and ultimately get them coverage where a lot of carriers won't. We can work with people that have at least 2 years of employment stability. And again, this is a way versus working with owners and working down to cover their employees. Maybe we connect with the owners because of an ability to refer through the employees that they work with. There could not be more of a warm opportunity to approach a business owner than, hey, I've covered 4 or 5 of your employees. I know you have about 15 or 20. Put me in front of the rest of them. Stamp your approval on the meeting with them. Set up that meeting. Have it cost you $0, and yet make sure that everyone's aware that you as the business owner are their avenue in which to connect with me and get this insurance on board. And oh, by the way, after that, who are you working with, right? Great opportunity to, again, either build from the top down or build from the bottom up. And as far as working from the bottom up, part-time workers is a great opportunity to get coverage for folks that potentially are not proactively looking for it, nor do they probably even think it's available to them. We can go up to a $3,000 benefit for these part-time workers, which again is going to cover the majority of folks that aren't putting in at least 40 hours a week. Another great opportunity to, again, work with individuals and maybe connect via referral through them are stay-at-home spouses. Again, these are not going to be folks that proactively search insurance, nor are they going to have opportunities with most carriers to buy insurance. We can actually cover stay-at-home spouses as long as the working spouse either has a policy in force or is applying for one now. We're not going to throw the book at them because they don't have a reportable income to essentially base our underwriting decision off of. However, we're willing to give them $1,000 a month, which is a lot more than zero. I bring this up in a referral pool basis because, number one, I guarantee a lot of stay-at-home spouses know other stay-at-home spouses, as well as the fact that I'm pretty sure the only reason they are a stay-at-home spouse is because there's a working spouse. So obviously, again, great opportunity to either work up or work down, drip of water in a pool, ripples go out, and an opportunity to build one's book utilizing disability and, of course, hopefully working into your proprietary markets. Return of premium, a rider we've talked about on multiple calls already, is also available on the stay-at-home spousal program. Again, just to go full circle, creating a no-loss insurance opportunity that we've talked about before. Ultimately, industry partners are a great opportunity as well. We do a lot of partnership business work with a lot of our producers. Maybe a P&C producer works with someone in the risk protection field, so on and so forth. There can be a lot of shared business. But really, I wanted to lastly focus on networking groups. There's a lot of opportunities locally. And when I say association program discounts, I'm really not focusing, and Illinois Mutual is not really focusing on your national groups. More of a localized basis and an opportunity to work with more of your chambers of commerce, B&I networking groups, and individuals, again, more localized, an ability to get them not only a discounted opportunity, but obviously connect with a lot of individuals with a common goal, common connection, common association, common chamber of commerce, and hopefully, again, work into your proprietary markets, as we know is where the bread and butter is, but this could be a great foundational approach to be able to get into that. Wanted to also focus on the fact that Art Jetter is not only a company that's going to help you out with an opportunity to connect with Illinois Mutual, but ultimately, let's really keep in mind the fact that Illinois Mutual is not going to be the best fit for every single situation. Illinois Mutual is one of many carriers that Art Jetter professionally works with and partners with to really drive home the opportunity for income protection sales, is obviously, as we can see in the left column here, many other markets as well. But just note that there really is no better referral basis for insurance products than income protection for multiple reasons. The main one being no one can deny how important their paycheck is. And also, as we work with individuals, those individuals work with other people in the same field, whether it's at the same company, same business, same location, whatever it may be. All of them have paychecks. All of them are essentially great word of mouth for you. And again, utilize disability as a way in. We know the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. Do not change your proprietary market. Do not think I or anyone at Art Jetter is going to ask you to do that, but utilize disability as a door opener. Utilize disability as a referral pool basis, and I guarantee the business sticks with a 97% persistency. It pays well because it actually has residual payouts, whereas most policies and most opportunities in the insurance market don't anymore. And on top of that, everyone has a need for paycheck insurance, and there's really no market you could be in that doesn't have a need and an ability to create a referral pool basis. Really appreciate you guys' time today, and I'll pass it over to Tony. And of course, if there's any questions, we can help out with that as well.
Thanks again, Brock. Really appreciate this. Again, everyone, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to give me a call. As you see there, you can either send an email to di@jetter.com, or you can reach me at the 800-228-0008 number. My extension is 1032. Really appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to listen to this. This will be available. We'll have this recorded and available to you guys at a later date. And again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a call. Thank you, everyone, and have an outstanding week.